Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm going to be giving you an honest review on the Evolution Rage 3DB. I've had it for about 6 months now. It's been a really solid saw up until this point. I'll get into that later. The saw is a double bevel miter saw. It has a wide versatility. It can cut wood, wood with nails, carbon steel, stainless steel, and masonry products with the correct blade. The blade it comes with, it cuts through wood and wood with nails. It says it can also cut through carbon steel, which I wouldn't trust it. It kind of has a low tooth count. It might work in a pinch, but I wouldn't use it for more than a cut or two on carbon steel. The 52 tooth blade cuts through carbon steel beautifully. I was cutting 1/8 inch wall, 2-inch square tubing. It cut through it flawlessly. That 52 tooth blade did not do such a good job on 2-inch, 1/8 inch wall, square stainless tubing. It really struggled to get through it. It left some undesirable cuts towards the end. It'd be a nice clean cut, and then at the end, the carbon steel would generate so much heat that it would just create a little nick at the end that I'd have to grind down to make it a nice 45 or 90-degree cut, which was okay, but I'd rather have a nice clean cut right off the bat and not have to fight with it to get it to that point. I've had the saw for about 6 months now. It did start giving me an issue where the PCB board and the speed sensor apparently went out in it. So it would soft start, it would run for about 30 seconds, and then it would shut off. And of course, if you're trying to cut through something like stainless steel, it takes a little bit longer than 30 seconds to make the cut. It would heat up. I would start to make the cut for about 30 seconds, then it would shut off, and then I try to restart it again. It'd only run for about 5 seconds, then shut off again. I'll post a video of it failing somewhere in here and go over that. But I just replaced the PCB board and the speed sensor. I can give you a quick rundown. The cover plate right here has 2 screws. This pops, or 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. This pops off. There's a cover plate inside with the terminal block with the wiring. It has 2 screws. Then there is a cable clamp which has 2 screws. And then the terminal block is pretty simple. It's only 3 wires. Then over on the other side, this guy has 2 screws right here. Pop those off. Gives you access to the speed sensor. The PCB board is located right here. And to remove the wiring and rethread the new PCB board and speed sensor, you just disconnect these 4 screws on the motor housing here. Pretty simple. All in all, the job took me about 30 minutes to complete, so it was pretty quick, pretty painless. I haven't tested the saw on cutting through steel yet, but I'm going to do that here shortly. So yeah, honest review, Evolution Rage 3DB, really solid saw, a lot of versatility. If you want a good package that can cover a lot of stuff, this would be a good saw for you. I wouldn't suggest using it for finishing work. The blade does have a little bit of wobble, so it's not the cleanest of cuts. So for finishing work or anything that needs a really tight fit, I wouldn't really suggest this saw being for you. But for metal, masonry, wood, non-finishing work, it does a beautiful job of making pretty decent clean cuts. It is nice because it does have the functionality to be able to cut through up to 12-inch boards here. It is a 10-inch blade. The blade I have on here currently is the 82 tooth blade. It is pretty expensive. The 52 tooth blade was $55. This one was $100. So when you total everything up, the saw was $440. The stand was another $100, and then the 52 tooth blade was $50. So, and then this one was $100. So, when all's said and done, that's $700 I have into the saw, which seems kind of steep, but for being able to cut stainless steel and wood all in one package, it's pretty good. I've never cut anything any masonry in my life, and don't really plan on doing it anytime soon. So, but as a general purpose saw, I use it around my brewery here. I use it around the farm. It does a pretty solid job of getting the job done for whatever it may be. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and set it up. We're gonna test it out with some stainless square tubing here, and see if the replacement on the PCB board and speed sensor worked. I do want to give a shout out to Evolution USA. I called them. They told me I could send the saw in. I said that wasn't really an option. I didn't want to pay for shipping to ship this behemoth back to them, and I do not have the original box any longer, and I didn't want to be without the saw for an extended period of time. So I called them up, told them what the issue was. They said speed sensor, PCB board. They sent me not only a replacement speed sensor, but a replacement PCB board and speed sensor, because they said it could be either one of those things. They sent them both to me. The speed sensor, to replace that, you basically have to replace the PCB board and the speed sensor, because you can't disconnect the PCB board without going through the entire other housing. You know, removing the covers, the terminal cover block, the drive belt, and removing this housing as well. You have to remove everything to replace the speed sensor. So if you have the option, just replace the PCB board and the speed sensor. It's going to take the same amount of time either way, so might as well replace both things at the same time. I don't know how much those items cost, because it's still under warranty. They sent it to me for free, and they were kind enough to give me a few pointers on the phone and sent me a diagram of the things, of the entire saw. So it was pretty easy to get it open and replace those parts. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and set up, make some cuts, and see how it fares. Alright everyone, so we're all suited up, ready to make our cuts. Let's see how this goes. Absolutely beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better, cleaner cut. Alright everybody, it's the review on the Evolution Rage 3DB, cutting through 2-inch square tubing, 1/8 inch wall, stainless steel. Alright everybody, hopefully you found this information useful. Until next time, cheers.